Let's take a look at workers' compensation. Workers' compensation statutes deal with the consequences of workplace injuries and illnesses that occur. Workers' compensation is generally provided for. Workers' compensation statutes require coverage of almost all employees, whether full or part-time, working in either private or public sectors. The major exclusion from coverage is for independent contractors, though firms using employees from contract companies still should ensure that those contractors are providing workers' compensation for their employees. These workers may be at greater risk because they are less familiar with the workplace layout and equipment, and because they are frequently enlisted to perform dirty and dangerous tasks. In almost all states, Texas is the exception and other states are considering opt-out provisions, workers' compensation coverage is mandatory. By law, employers must arrange workers' compensation coverage for their employees. They do so by contributing to state workers' compensation funds, purchasing coverage from private insurers, or self-insuring. The available funding options vary by state. The amounts that must be contributed depend largely on the industry in which the employer operates and, to a lesser extent, on experience rating. Under experience rating, employers that have worse records of injuries and claims pay more, providing a financial incentive to invest in safety. What do injured workers receive? The benefits include replacement of income if an employee is unable to work, payment of all medical costs associated with the injury or illness, and rehabilitation service. Workers' compensation statutes provide only partial income replacement, typically 2/3 of normal pay, on the theory that this will give employees greater incentive to return to work. Employees who work more than one job may be entitled to replacement pay based on their combined income from those multiple jobs, rather than only on the income derived from the job being worked at the time of injury. Payments depend on whether the individual is judged to be temporarily or permanently disabled and whether the disability is full or partial. Survivors can receive payments for employee death. Coverage of medical costs under workers' compensation is separate from any health insurance benefits that the employee receives through an employer. State workers' compensation laws have been the object of much thinking by state legislatures in recent decades. The focus of these efforts has been on cost reduction, and the general result has been diminished benefits for injured workers.